Jamie Kennedy, who of course plays Randy Meeks, has spoken out about Neve Campbell and Melissa Barrera. Let's talk about it.
Certain rules push the laws and you end up dead. This is the moment when the supposedly dead killer comes back to life.
Not in my movie.
Surprise, Sydney.
He's gone mad.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
A very simple formula.
You want to play psycho killer?
Everybody's a suspect.
No, please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I think it's gonna go something like this.
I'm Pamela, welcome back to my channel. So let's talk about what Jamie Kennedy had to say about Neve Campbell starring in Scream 7 and Melissa Barrera being fired. Jamie Kennedy was recently on a podcast, the Thing with Two Heads podcast with Sean Clark, who I previously mentioned in my video before this about Scream 7's filming date. Sean Clark is a talent agent for conventions and he books a lot of the Scream actors for these horror conventions. So he knows Neve Campbell and he asked her about Scream 7 and she said that they probably won't start filming till the fall, which I stated in my previous video. But he also just asked Jamie Kennedy his opinion on Neve Campbell returning for Scream 7. Jamie said he thinks it's incredible and he heard rumblings that it could happen. He thinks it's great she's going to get the money she's worth because she's the face of the franchise.
Great that she's probably going to get the money that she deserves. I think that she's the face of the franchise. I think it's awesome. I mean, she's back where she should be. And
he also said he thinks it's very cool that Kevin is directing. And he also said that he doesn't know any of what the story is. So he's excited to see what the story is for Scream 7 and how Kevin's going to direct that.
I think it's crazy cool that Kevin is directing one. Do I know the story? No, I do not know the story at all. So it'd be fascinating to see what the story is.
Sean also mentioned how he's in an OG Scream group chat because they usually talk about conventions in there, but everyone in the group chat was congratulating Neve and Neve said thank you. So I love that. I love that they're all in support of her returning, because she really is the face of this franchise and she, you know, we missed her in Scream 6. So it's nice to have her back. It's nice that everyone is in support of her returning and I just can't wait for Scream 7. And then Sean also asked Jamie about the controversy with Melissa being fired. And Jamie did comment on it. He said that he hasn't talked about it publicly yet and he might get in trouble for this, but he doesn't care. Sean and Jamie both went on to rave about Melissa and how much they love her.
Melissa is a beautiful person. She was awesome. I loved her. She's a cool chick, an amazing sense of humor.
In regards to Melissa being fired, Jamie said he's never seen anything like it and basically that they're fools to fire their star as the franchise was gaining more popularity.
Her getting fired was bullshit. It's complete bullshit. And I've never seen anything like it. To have a rising star get fired in the middle of their ascension for an opinion.
Which, you know, it's true. Like, Jamie even says the Scream franchise has never been this popular before. Because once Scream 5 came out, they really brought in a whole bunch of new fans, younger fans, who really came in for Melissa and Jenna. And it created this, like, resurgence of the old Scream movies. Jamie also said that he is sad for Melissa and happy for Neve at the same time. Both things can be true.
Can I be happy for Neve and sad for Melissa? Both things can be true. And do I want them both to coexist in the world? Yes.
And, you know, we know that this is true. That's exactly how we feel. We're heartbroken that Melissa got fired, but we're also super excited that Neve is returning. Now, something I thought was interesting is Jamie said that he thinks Melissa will be back one day for the Scream franchise. Obviously, he doesn't actually know this, but that's just his opinion.
So I think Melissa will be back, just like Neve will be back. I think they'll mess her. The fandom is loving her. But I think she'll be back. If not, I think she will soar. She will not be denied. She will have a huge career that she's already having. Yeah. And she's brave.
And he compared it to the Fast and the Furious franchise. Like, Vin Diesel went away for a few movies and then he came back. So he does think that one day Melissa will return to the franchise, because he goes on to say how she has the backing of the entire fandom.
She has the backing of the fandom. 3,000 people who are like, we're with you, Melissa, Team Melissa. It was beautiful. I mean, I got emotional. She got emotional.
And Melissa just did her first convention like last weekend, and 3,000 people were there, and they were all so supportive of her and super respectful. And Sean even said how he was a little nervous that they might get like a crazy person or two who would be mean to her or like cause a scene, but that didn't happen. Everyone was super supportive. Sean also said how no one saw this coming, and Melissa has not been reached out to based on the conversations that he had with her during the weekend of the convention. Jamie really went on to just say how much he admires Melissa, how great she is, even called her a Neve Jr. and said how they're both such classy women and super genuine. They also talked about how this is not going to set back Melissa's career. She has 3 big movies coming out this year. I just love how supportive Jamie Kennedy is of these 2 women that we love so much from the Scream franchise, Neve and Melissa. And then something funny from the podcast, they go on to talk about something that happened at the convention, which I actually saw Jamie posted this on his TikTok account a few days ago. There was an astronaut at the convention, and he had these balloons filled with some kind of gas, sort of like helium, but the opposite. You know how when you inhale helium and you talk, your voice gets super high? This was the opposite. It makes your voice really low. And Jamie Kennedy did this and said Randy's rules from the first movie, which is just amazing. This was so funny.
There are certain rules one must abide by in order to survive a horror movie.
Which I already knew from Jamie's TikTok, but I didn't realize that Melissa also did this, and she said a few of her lines from the franchise.
Always gotta shoot him in the head. Oh my god!
Never f with the daughter of a serial killer.
You're in my movie now.
She's going. I love you, Jamie Kennedy.
So that's it. That's everything that they talked about in the podcast. You should definitely go check out this podcast on Sean's channel. It's called The Thing with Two Heads. It was a very interesting podcast. If you want to see all of what they had to say about the Scream franchise, it starts a little bit after an hour in, but I definitely recommend watching the whole episode because it was a great conversation with these 3 guys. But what do you guys think about this? Leave a comment down below. Like I said, I love that Jamie is in support of Neve and Melissa. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on everything Scream 7 and don't miss out on my future theories. Please also go follow me over on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram where I post some more Scream content. And please also go subscribe to my second YouTube channel. I'm going to start trying to be more active over there as well. And I will see you guys in the next video.